Hello there, welcome everybody. It's Diorama Don here with something completely different. Regular viewers to my show will know that I normally make aeroplanes and tanks and general World War II memorabilia, buildings and such like. But I was in fact a professional drummer for 20 years, so drumming has always been in my heart. And I've always wanted to make a drum kit. So I thought, well, if I'm going to make one, I'll have a big one. So this is what I've come up with. I'll show you exactly how I went about making the drums and the rack system. So if anyone is interested, please subscribe to the channel and you'll be informed when I put other videos up of a similar content. In the meantime, let's get into this video and how I went about making my drum kit. So I'm working on a 1/8 scale. So a 22-inch bass drum will be 56 centimeters diameter. So 1/8 scale is going to be 7 centimeters in diameter, which is 2 3/4 inches. So set your compasses to 1 3/8 inches or 3.5 centimeters, and then draw your circle on your cardboard, cut it out and stick it onto 1-inch polystyrene. Okay, hot melt glue will stick it on. Okay, when you've got that, cut around the edges using the 2mm card as a guideline and cutting straight down 90-degree straight lines all the way around, and it will come out as a circle like that. So that's not going to be thick enough, so when I've done this one I'll stick the two together, and that will give me a nice deep bass drum size. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do the other one, stick it together, and we'll go from there. Okay, so stuck the two together and now we've got a lovely deep bass drum size. But I'm using 2 bass drums because I think a model of a kit would look better with 2 bass drums. I know people these days use those double beater pedals and just 1 bass drum, but I think 2 bass drum looks pretty cool. So with both of them, on this one, I've cut a big square out the middle. Okay, so I want a microphone hole in the front of both drums. So I've cut a hole in the card, and that will, when that is stuck together like that, it will look like you can see inside the bass drum instead of it being completely solid. So when I put my skin over the top, which will be white card, rather than paint this white, it will look awful if it's painted. So using white card, which is a slightly smaller diameter than the hole there, when that's over there, it will look like a proper bass drum, if you know what I mean. Okay, so I'll do the other one, and then I need to cover them. So you can use any covering you like. The best thing I think is these sticky back plastic sheets, A4 size sheets. You can get them in all kinds of wood grains if you like, and I think this looks a pretty good covering for a drum kit. So cut it wider than the drum, so you're going to cut it about 1/4 inch wider or either side. With this sticky back stuff, don't take the front off, don't take the back off, because it's not going to stick to polystyrene anyway. It's just not, it won't stick to it. So leave the backing on and then put that around there and stick that either with super glue or hot melt glue. Then when that's on, you can trim all the way around the edge to make it nice and flat. Then you can stick your skins on although I shall be painting this one black, and then a skin on the back like that. Okay, so I'll go ahead and put my covering on and put my skins on, and we'll go to the next stage. So I've put the covering on now. There's no need to glue the whole thing, just a bead of glue down one side, then wrap it round quite tightly, and then another bead of glue just to hold it in place. So there we are, there's the covering. So we need the hoops. I've put the heads on, the skins, the heads, whatever you call them. So the hoops now around the edge, what I did was cut a piece of the thin card. Again, this is a little thin, it could be a little bit thicker, so greetings card thickness would be better. And then I got some of this chrome or silver sticky back plastic stuff, and take well, this is 5/16 wide, this is 3/4 wide. So when I take the back off, yeah, oh come on. So when that slides off, then I can wrap it around this card to make it chrome looking both sides, so which is what I've done there, and then put a thin piece of black paper, really, that's all it is, just to finish it off. So that's basically the covering of the drum. Now what we need are tensioners and nut boxes. So I've got a barbecue stick and toothpick. So the end of a toothpick, the same width as the rims, which is 5/16, they will stick there, and then a 1/4 inch of barbecue stick, easy to cut really. Just measure what you want and then roll it with a knife, a sharp knife, and it will come off. You don't need to saw it. So that's cut very easily. So there's the nut box there and the screw tensioner there. Okay, if I go ahead and do it, then you'll know exactly what I mean. So these will obviously have to be sprayed or painted silver to give the chrome effect, and you need to do 8 round here, 8 round here, 8 round here, and 8 round here. So 32 nut box and tensioners. So it's going to take a bit of time to do, but that's what modelling is. It takes time. Okay, so I'll go ahead and put I'll finish the bass drums. They'll be finished when I put the fittings on, or the drum furniture, and I'll be back to show you. So the bass drums are finished now. I put all my fittings on, nut boxes and tension screws. Took a bit of time, but worth it in the end. I think it looks okay. So they're the bass drums. Then I made the rest of the drums that I want. Obviously depends on how big you want the kit, but I want it to be quite big. So I've got all different sizes of toms, 2 floor toms, and then 4 toms along the top. Something like, I don't know, I forget now, something like that. But I made those with multiples of 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch and 1 inch polystyrene. So I could have those 2 together, or those 2 together, or all 3 together, or whatever size of drum that I want, so that I can make them all a slightly different size, going from small to big. These are the floor toms. So these 2 are the same diameter, they represent 10-inch toms, and these two 12-inch, but the height, the depth, the shell is slightly different, so it'll make them look a different size. Snare drum, easy enough, just one piece of 1 inch, and the silver sticky back plastic around there to give it the chrome finish. So now what I need to do is make up lots and lots of strips of this, which is that thin card that I use, and then encase it with the chrome sticky back plastic, and stick all those around. Look better on here. Stick all those around with the top just protruding like that. That will give the impression of the chrome rim. And then there, I've lost it. Where? Oh my God, where's that gone? Oh, here it is. With a toothpick, the sharp end of a toothpick, just cut off the end so it's not that sharp, and then these will represent the nut boxes all around the edge of all the drums. Spray these silver like I did on the bass drums, and that should be all the drums made. Then I've got to think of a way of assembling all the drums together. I shall use a rack system rather than separate stands or fixing the toms to the drums. So I'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So I'll finish all the drums off and then come back. So just a quick update then. I made a drum rise for it, again with polystyrene, 1-inch polystyrene, and put a cardboard border all the way around and a cardboard top, so that I could put my rack system into it. So I've used 5 barbecue sticks that go down through into the polystyrene. I put feet on, but they don't really do anything. It's the fact that they're down into the polystyrene that keeps it sturdy. Finished my drums off, put the rims on, and all the rest of the furniture. So all that remains now is to make the cymbals and the rest of the stands. This video is going on a bit long at the moment, so I'll probably leave that for another video as to how I make the cymbals. So I'll put everything together, I'll assemble everything as though it's all complete, and then you'll see the finished object. So there we are, project finished, all done. I've always wanted to, this is the kind of thing I normally make, tanks and aeroplanes, but I've always wanted to make a drum kit, and I've never really fathomed out how to do it until now, so I'm very pleased that I have. Anyway, this is the finished subject. We've got the oh, that's a bit skewiff. The bass drum pedals. I'll cover how I did the stands for the snare drum and the hi-hat and the cymbals. I'll have to do that in another video, otherwise this will go on a bit too long. So anyway, all finished. Have a go yourself. If you'd like one, let me know, and I'll sell you one. Thanks for watching the video anyway. All these strands. That's the problem when you use hot melt glue. You get strands of glue everywhere. It looks like covered in cobwebs. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next video. The thing to do is subscribe. If you subscribe, then you will be notified when I put new videos on, and I will be making other drum kits. I'll be making similar kinds of things. Now that I've made this one, now I know what to do, and already I've got ideas for making improvements. So please subscribe and you'll be informed when I put them up. So in the meantime, again, I'll see you in the next video, and in the meantime I wish you happy modelling.